A big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, and a big thanks to all of these donators of $5 or more. Brian D0313, Dead Zergling, Radio Raptor, and Vlad Tepish 3176. You all helped make these episodes possible. Howdy, Insufferable Gaming fans, your old pal Rosser here, and today we are trying a new Castlevania type game. This one was programmed for DOS and Windows by, it says Mick Mead, who was involved in Dracula's Shadow, I believe it was. And, this is the latest Castlevania-type game sponsored by Mr. Vlad Tepish, and I am looking forward to trying it. So, I don't know much about it, but it apparently has graphics inspired by Simon's Quest, and from what I hear, gameplay that's more along the lines of the original, so could be fun stuff. So far, it looks like we've got a whip upgrade, which is always good. Some parallaxing backgrounds, and a boomerang, which is always appreciated. Let's see. What does it look like? We have a separate button for using our sub-weapons in this case, and it appears that the boomerang uses 1 heart, which ain't bad. Oh, and we got some vertical scrolling, which is always a nice touch in these. Always appreciated. Alright, so we will just jump clumsily along here, beating up skeletons, as we do so often in these games. So I don't know what kind of secrets we'll be finding, but there's an axe. And, yep, looks like an axe behaves the way you think an axe should. I don't know. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's always been a special place in my heart for these Castlevania 2 looking games. Just from a purely nostalgic standpoint. And it looks like score is also a thing. So I'm assuming that I could possibly get some bonus lives or something if I get a high enough score. I may be projecting a bit, but hopefully that'll be the case. I got a doubler, but you always want to get the doubler if you can. Maybe even a tripler. Oh-ho, that'd be something on the first level. Now, I don't know if there are going to be new bosses or enemy types or what, so basically I haven't done any previous practice on this, so everything after that last screen is going to be completely blind. Okay, we got ourselves a Guardian Bat. Easy enough. I'm sure the next boss will bring their A game. Hey! We got jumping werewolves. Those weren't in the first Castlevania. Did my... Let's see. Yeah. That's how you deal with bounding wolves. I thought I had a fully extended whip. Could have been my imagination. Holy water! Huzzah! Doesn't look like it sticks around the screen or lasts as long. But we'll see if it does as much damage. Oh, I need to start building up hearts. Didn't start me with a whole lot of them at the start of the level, so I should probably be a little more sparing. After the, let's see, Blood Moon ROM hack that I did last time, I'm used to being able to move while whipping, which was a mixed blessing. Wait a minute. My health bar didn't refill after the last level. That's a little unexpected. So does this mean I'm going to have to find health on the way, or does it mean that I am going to have to ration it out? The wolves, they bounce. could have thought this would happen? You know what? I'll just leave those spiders up there above the... I'm gonna have to get used to the wolves. Anyway, wait a minute. Ah, I know. I whip. You know what happens? It, loses a power-up when you get hit. Well, that's kind of novel. It's, kind of like the, early Game Boy game. Wasn't expecting it. Oh, this water, it pushes you back. Nifty. I wonder if that mechanic will come into play later in this level. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We shall see. Like that. Still have yet to find a breakable block. They might just not be in this game. Since I think this game came out before whatchamacallit. What do you call it? Dracula's Shadow. Since this game came out before Dracula's Shadow, I would assume that it doesn't have as many of the features. It was an earlier effort by that crew or person. That's cool. It's nice to get back to basics. Especially after the ball-crushing difficulty of Blood Moon. But then again, we don't know. This could have the same thing. This could punish me. I don't even know if this particular game has continues yet. But it looks like I can jump up about that far and nowhere else. Okay, well. Ooh, that was dangerous. Very dangerous. So I don't want to outrun the screen when I'm falling. That could be bad. Okay, which way do I go? I already tried going this way, right? No es bueno. Alright. Oh, duh, I can just do that. I wonder if I'll want this holy water by the time I get to the boss. If it doesn't have a lot of health, it won't be an issue, because I can just whip it repeatedly. Then again, there's no telling how having a static life bar will affect me, although I didn't seem to lose any when I took a hit this level, so it might have just been a graphical glitch. I won't panic until it's definitely time to panic. Yeah, how about no to the dagger? I'd feel stupid if it turned out the dagger was great in this. Like if I could throw it once and demolish a dragon right in the neck. But who ever heard of that happening? That's ridiculous. That would never happen. Okay. Got to do something about these spiders before they do something about me. That was a close one. Close indeed. This is a longer level than the first. I'm cool with that. I'd be happy if the levels just kept getting longer. Assuming that those words don't come back and bite me in the ass. They very well could do just that. I sense no danger. I sense danger! That thing's walking funky. Oh god. I'm back to normal whip. The holy water, it does not help as much as I would like it to. But I have a tripler, so that's a consideration to remember. I sense problems in my immediate future. Whew! That was a rough one. Now let's see if my HP gets refilled at all. Not looking good. Not looking good for the old HP boy. That could be the challenge of this. Also, not gonna bother with holy water as much, I don't think. An axe. An axe will help. An axe did not help me there. Also, 2 health points. That's what I'm looking at right here. Ah! Okay, so there's a life down. Fortunately, I have at least one more life. Oh man, just imagine. Like, if I don't get to continue, I'll have to start all the way over, and that will be hard, but, you know, assuming it's only 6 levels or so, I don't think it'll be impossible. I got through the first 2 without losing a life. And it seems like the sub-weapons do decent damage. Which is nice. I think the axe is going to be the champion hero of this game. I don't want to, you know, make too many dangerous assumptions, but so far so good. That is a Camilla. Cool. Well, I'm glad I didn't walk straight into it. Camilla, Caramello, Elizabeth Bartley / Bathory, Elizabeth Jane, Miss Bloody Tears herself, and Grubby Man Hands. No! Not the slimes! Not the slimes! No! Nuh-uh! Never again. Just say no, game programmers. Say no to the short-hopping slimes. How do I get up there? There look like there's lots of candles up. No! Why? Why? Why, game? Why you do that to me? Yeah. Aha! There's some meat, so it does exist. Okay, this got a little bit more doable. I'm cool with that. So I can go up there, or I can get all these candles. Take a guess. Just take a wild guess which one I'm going with. A doubler for my holy water. Well, it did kind of help during the last boss, but I think an axe would have helped more. A lot more. Try not to take a shin bone to the noggin. Anything down here? Since we have now confirmed that destructible walls do exist. That was completely on me, that one. Oh yeah, weaker whip is in effect. Need that whip up. Just flee. Do not want the slimes. This is making me very nervous. Oh! Now things are gonna go off the rails real fast. Wow. Leave me be! You horrible, nasty little shits. I'm glad you're all dead. So am I. That took a lot of health off of me. Well, at least there doesn't seem to be a time limit, so I could just kind of try to stay safe as best I can, anyway. Let's try the dagger. Well, it just went through that. Actually, this dagger seems pretty competent. Extremely competent. Well, I'm sorry I said bad things about it, and I'm glad that we tried it out this time. But, will it be a boss killer? It's certainly a grubby manhand killer. We've manhandled the manhands. I see you up there, Leech. Don't think I don't. Think you get the drop on me, do you? Well, you're going to be sorely disappointed, as you deftly dodge my attacks. What could be coming up? Oh no, I fear the Reaper. Not anymore. That Reaper was on par with the Castlevania 2 Reaper. Which makes sense, you know. Stage 4, Death River. I sense no danger. Deadly Danger River. Gotta be careful not to use up all of... Whoa. Okay, that's a new twist on the old Fishman. Didn't expect him to pop up and then come towards me. Well, there's a life. And I didn't get to keep my dagger either, so things just got a little harder. Fair enough. I knew when I saw the name Death River that this was going to be trouble. Oh, I did get my dagger back. I guess the power of the dagger is dependent on your current whip upgrade or something. How do? Okay, well, here's the question. Do I continue? Okay, I can continue. Thank goodness. This would have been rough, but it did knock my score back to 0. Which, you know, I would have liked to have gone for a high score, but... oh well. Okay. Get the dagger. And... coming up will be Troubles and Woes with Fishman. Jump up, jump back. That worked. It just took a little bit of memorization, that's all. I can appreciate that. And my whip has been depowered. Once more. Whoa. Alright, I don't have a doubler anymore either. It's a little obnoxious, but I can make it. I'm tough. You've seen me make it through worse, people. You have. Oh my god, it's them! They've arrived. I don't need you to... I don't need to tell you what kind of feelings I have regarding eyeballs after the last one. You were there for it, probably. If not, I'm sure you can easily look it up if you're so inclined. For you? See that? Any more? Yeah. Oh, good shot, old sport. Water spurt, old sport, old spurt. Gotta do something about The Walking Dead. They've really taken over and lowered the property values. Can't be having lower property values due to the unholy undead. Oh, shit. That was closer than I needed it to be. Do I want the axe? Yes. For that purpose right there. That was a good use of an axe. A good level to have an axe. Pretty satisfied with that. Hey, werewolves. Don't see them too often. And I missed with both. And I got double downgraded. Double down, baby, double down. Ah! What the hell, rock? You know, when I jump onto a rock that's hovering by mystical forces in midair, while hordes of the undead leap around me, trying to kill me to death, I expect that those mystical flying rocks would be just a little bit more stable and reliable. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I don't have my axe anymore. At least those fishermen don't stick around. That's kind of nice. You know, they show up, they do their damage, and then they're gone. Which is nice. Didn't I get an axe? I guess I got a whip power up. I'd like to have my axe back. Is this the axe? This is not the axe for which I am searching. And this is not your day, eyeball. I bail. Lord of the Death River. Take all those I can get. But you knew this. There's my axe. The axe availed me not. The axe was a sham, it was a lie. How could this happen? Disastrous, I tells you. When you're visiting beautiful and scenic Death River, why not take a boat? Not bring one with you, just take one. Take one that's already there. It'll be safe. And no one will miss it. Who's gonna miss a boat? The ferryman over the river Styx? Ha! As if. He's got more things to worry about, like putting laurels in his soup. And ferrying people across the river. And robe maintenance. You gotta do robe maintenance. I've been helping a guy fix a boat all morning. Well, afternoon, I guess. And after I'm done recording this episode, I'm gonna have to go out in the 90-degree weather and keep helping him fix a boat. So, this episode might run a little long, surprisingly enough. Not that I would deliberately be trying to get out of work. It's in my best interest to help, though, since we're probably going fishing tomorrow, if it doesn't storm. Fishman! I'll make it through this area eventually, right? Yeah. Right, I've made it this far before. What killed me last time I got here? Was it running out of health? Or did a fishman knock me directly into the drink? Probably that second one. Looking more likely all the time. Oh yeah, right, the falling rocks. How the hell was I supposed to dodge that? By any description, how was I supposed to dodge that? I tried jumping. I did. It's true. Guess I'll just have to try a little harder. Fine, game. It always starts getting harder on stage 4, doesn't it? That's about the Castlevania curve. The Castlevania curve. I ought to coin that term. I ate a piece of chocolate that had a little pleasant saying on it, and it said that I should coin a new phrase today, and I didn't think anything of it until just now. That's the phrase I'm coining. Castlevania curve. Definition. When the game, or tribute game, or hack starts getting harder right around level 4. On average. Feel free to use that. Or don't. 3 hits with the leather whip. 3! Give me that upgrade. Give me all the upgrades you got. I'll take 1,000 upgrades. Or, 2. Here we are. Going down to Eyeball Town. Going down to Eyeball Town. Going down to Eyeball Town. I wanna lose these booze I found. Down in Eyeball Town. Uh-oh. Los. Need more hearts. Need many more hearts. If I'm gonna keep throwing daggers like they're going out of style. Which, I assure you, I am. They seem to be doing decent damage. Ah! 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 Get away! You know what? I'm gonna skip the axe this time. I'm gonna keep the dagger. It seems to be one-shotting these fishmen at maximum... whatchamacallit. Well, so much for that. Blip, 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 blip. I think it's also worth noting that this one hasn't crashed yet. Yet. I get to the final level and then it starts crashing. Well, I'll just pull up my big boy pants and keep practicing anyway. This doesn't seem like it's a very lengthy one, but then again, maybe it has like 20 levels for all I know. That was a dangerous fireball. Then aren't they all? I have encountered very few safe fireballs in games. Very precious few. Whippa 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 whippa. Whippa whippa wow. Get my axe. Okay, that did one-shot the fishman. I guess you just have to be powered up, and you just have to aim correctly. Aiming correctly is the big one. Really? Now, how am I going to handle the falling blocks? Haven't quite figured that part out yet. I'll assume until otherwise noted that it is possible that it can be done, but that it'll just be difficult. Ah, I tried jumping, man! I tried jumping. But it was too late. Okay. The fishmen pop up, then lurch forward, so I should be able to make it under the fishman. I just have to jump with proper timing, and not be freaked out by the fact that a fishman is lunging at my face. But it's kind of hard not to be slightly miffed that a fishman is lunging at my face. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. They're getting preemptive revenge for all the fish I'm not going to catch tomorrow. Because in all the times I've been fishing since I moved to this state, I've caught a grand total of 2 fish. And that ain't very many, for having gone fishing for, like, days at a time before. So really, I don't know what these guys are so pissed about. They're just miffed. That's all. Shit. Peckle. This one's not off to a great start. There we go. Yep. Oh yeah! 2 hits. 1 power up, 2 power up, 3 power up. I didn't have any hearts to throw the dagger. Which you normally would throw with the hearts that you have. Have any, you see. When I hit the button, it didn't throw one because I didn't have any hearts. Because you need the hearts to throw the dagger. You need the dagger to save your life. You need to be alive to collect more hearts so you can throw more daggers. It's a madhouse. Seriously, though, this is the most useful I've found a dagger in ages. In a Castlevania game, at least. Prove me wrong, dagger, prove me wrong. Okay. One more attempt, and then I gotta go help fix the boat some more. Well, I think the captain's off at the Home Depot purchasing more hardware. You see, last year, some other boater just slammed right into his while it was in the dock and beat the ladder all to shit. Like, bent it, knocked some of the bolts cockeyed. Luckily, it didn't damage the motor, but it's surprising that it didn't. So we actually had to use power tools to saw off the old ladder because it was that crooked and messed up. But we didn't have quite enough nuts and bolts after having to saw the old ones off because, you know, they weren't good anymore. What the? Damn you, random fireball timing. Your timing is as empty as your soul. Take that. You come over here, you get your whipping. Leaping out of the water, that's a whipping. Knocking me into the water, that's a whipping. Hitting me in the face with a fireball, oh, you bet that's a whipping. Bet your ass that's a whipping. Note, whippings may be substituted for daggers. To the face and abdomen. There's my full power. That's what I was waiting for. It helps. Okie dokies. Now, the longest room of all. Swing your eye at me like a baseball. You ask and I'll whoop. By the way, what are those eyeballs from? Because they're huge. It would have to be the eyeballs of a large creature. Possibly a cyclops. Or some other even larger giant, if it's a giant that has 2 eyes per head. Probably not the eyeballs of an Etten, which are 2-headed giants, but those heads aren't particularly large, so... It could be dragon eyes, I guess, but... You know, they don't have the right look about them, I don't think. Unless there's some awfully derpy-looking dragons with some human-shaped eyes. I've encountered a derpy dragon or two in my Castlevania adventures. Not too many. Surprisingly few. I mean, plenty of intimidating dragons, but hardly any derpy ones. No, if you want derpy dragons, you gotta check other games. Other series. Okay, this is gonna be the hard part. Gotta not panic. I did it! I just had to keep moving. Thank you, game. Alright, what's the story about this bridge? Ah! Igor! You impetuous young lad. Settle down there, Beavis. This ain't so bad. This would be a lot harder if I didn't have a sub-weapon. So the strategy, duck, and attack. The Caves of Terror. So I think the bosses could use more hit points, frankly. You know, just a couple of tweaks, but overall, they seem to be competently programmed. So there's that. Okay, Skulls. Let's calm the lotion here. I don't need any of your back sass. But keep dropping them 5 hearts at a time. That's, that'll be just peachy. I'll be thrilled. Ooh, a boomerang. Haven't seen one of those in a while. I don't think I'm going to get to it in time. Nope, alas. Wasn't quite able to swing it. That's okay. The axe has been doing brisk business. Been doing the Lord's work. Which I assume the Lord would approve of slaying the undead. I don't know, I've never heard a preacher directly address it except for once. And I'm pretty sure he was joking. It was during an Easter sermon. Let's see. Here we go. Ah, the bats. Hey, you know what we haven't seen any of yet? Medusa heads. Now that I said that out loud, I bet there's going to be Medusa heads everywhere from here on out. Put down what you think the odds are now. I'll give a, let's say take the within 1 level over or under. I guess you can't really take 1 level under, so I really should have set the standards earlier. If I'd have had to guess, I would have said they would have showed up by level 2 at minimum. And we haven't seen them yet. Maybe the programmer of this game was as sick as Medusa heads as I was. I mean, we've seen the eyeballs, which in the last hack were like Medusa heads, but they don't generally behave as Medusa heads, so that's not quite the same thing. It's different. So far I've only seen 1 destructible wall this whole time, but I keep checking for them. Why wouldn't I? I think the enemies went on vacation. I bet they were supposed to be skulls down here, but they all flew up earlier. And I summarily took them out with my attacks that I have. I am the attack master. Except for when I fail. In which case I feel like an attack amateur. What did I just pick up? Who knows? Ah, fire guys. Throwing fireballs! Should have ducked. I knew that. Can't actually whip enemy projectiles, which makes things a little trickier. I took a hit. Leech! I remembered all too late about the leech. And now I'm in a lurch. Shit. I forgot to duck. I forgot to dodge. I'll forget to dodge. I don't have a good method for getting past these guys. I do have a terrible method for getting past these guys, though, and you're seeing it right now. That was kind of horrible. Yes, give me more of that. I'll be much obliged if I don't have to deal with those suckers again. Not the leeches, I mean, but the fire guys, which suck. To me. They're good at attacking. Great, in fact. Oh yeah. I hear boat hammering going on downstairs now, so I guess he's back with the hardware. But if I stop playing the game, I'll have to start over from the beginning. Such is the fate of Castlevania-style games. Do I really want to start over from the beginning? Do I? Do I? I don't. So, Scumbag Rosser is going to shirk work for just a little while longer. We'll see how far I get. We've already fought death, so the game can't be that much longer. I don't guess. I hope not. Ah! Fishman! Fishman with the fish plan. I really needed that extra damage. Okay. Very cute game. I forgot they could jump that far. They aren't always able to. Shit! What? That was a mistake. Yeesh. Oh my god. This is a disaster. This is bad. I'm gonna be stuck until I restart the level, I think. Yeah, don't be a power-up or anything there. Thank you. There were a lot of fishmen, weren't there? Let's see. I think the first sub-weapon was a dagger, wasn't it? In this area? Am I mistaken on that? Nope, there it is. At least it's got a nice large hitbox, the dagger. One more whip up, and I'll be able to do something about the fishmen. So much for the dagger having a nice hitbox. Sure did miss that slime. There, gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. Now time to be nervous. Scared, shitless of blobs. How ignoble. Well, what you gonna do, right? This dagger, highly effective right now. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing here. I hope I don't miss attacking the fishmen like that. And yet, somehow I made it through there. Go figure. Certainly not complaining. One more fishman? No? Alright. Still not complaining. Caves of Mystery. Whip, whip, whip. Necromancer? The Mud King. Just keep whipping. Whip like it's going out of style, man. This is not, great. Oh, the Mud King. You got me, Mud King. You got me. Oh, what do you do about a Mud King? Excuse my copious drinking of water. I'm very dehydrated from hanging out outside working on the boat. You're killing me, game. I want to keep going, but I've got stuff to do. Well, you know what? I guess we'll stop for now. My fear is that the next level will be the last one, and I wind up just zipping through it like the last couple of times. Which I hate it when that happens, but I don't check these games in advance. So my reactions are pretty much, you know, you're seeing them as I see them. But hopefully we'll, you know, keep going, and next time we'll try to beat the Mud King and maybe move on to Dracula. We'll see. But until then, thanks for watching. This is your old pal Rosser. Take a drink.